I'll never get over you. You'll never get over me.
I'm just gonna have some jasmine rice, Trader Joe's, because that's just really good. And what is this again, Aaron?
What, the chicken sausage?
Oh, I'm gonna have some chicken sausage as well. Ignore the mess behind me. But so this past week, I went to the beach, and I got really tan, like really sunburnt, feel really good. Like I look pretty tan even on this camera right now. I've been eating around 200 grams of protein a day, but I'm eating enough to where I'm slowly losing weight. And I did lose some weight, and I got down to like 195, but then today I woke up at like 197, but when I looked in the mirror, I didn't think I looked bad whatsoever at all. And I feel like my body composition changed a lot. And it's weird because you can eat a certain food or certain foods for a few days in a row consecutively, and then all of a sudden you'll look at the scale and you'll weigh the same, but the way you're storing your water, your fat, how your muscles look, everything just looks drastically different. And that's kind of what happened to me. And I feel like at 197 pounds today, I woke up the best I looked ever at that weight. Oh, and another thing is I'm actually back on the A7C. So the A7C is an extremely underrated camera, I feel like. Like seriously, it's rudely underrated. It kind of gets overshadowed by the A7S3, A7S4 for pictures and stuff like that. I don't know. Basically, the A7C is like a really underrated camera, and I'm coming back to it because the ZVE. Do not buy it. Like if you're seeing this, any influencer, any people trying to come up, and you're looking at the ZVE1, don't buy the ZVE1. It was a mistake. And the A7C's never caused me any issues. It's always been good to me. I'm sure this footage looks beautiful as normal, and honestly, you guys don't care if the footage, you can't even tell, I'm sure, if the footage looks any better or worse between the two cameras. So I'm just gonna pick the one that isn't annoying me.
You guys, look how good this is. It's harder than it looks, because you have to mess with all the settings. Oh, here, I'll show them this. Whoops. I want to see the Midnight Menace.
All right, so I'm all ready to go to the gym now. About to go to Gold's. I'm super excited to go there. I got my blood work done actually recently, and you know, who cares about what all the other stuff said, I guess, but I thought it was interesting. I had 617 testosterone, which is pretty good. I wish it was a little higher, but you know, it's not even low at all, but you know, it's so like middly, like higher middle. I wanted a little more, so I'm probably gonna get my blood work done in a few weeks, and I'm gonna try to take the Gorilla Test Booster and see if it works at all. Because, you know, the Gorilla Test Booster has like some good stuff that can increase your natural testosterone production, but you know, it's obviously expensive, and I just get it sent to me. So I wanted to test it, and we're gonna see in a few weeks of my blood work after I'm taking Gorilla Sigma, it's called, test booster, if it's any better. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, 617 tests, I was like, damn, because I wanted to be like the 700s, but you know, yeah, so this is how the cookie crumbles. Thank you so much for the love on that video, because it meant the world to me, you know, because to have that built up for so long and to let it out and then have people literally feel like a sense of relief or like, you know, relatability or happiness or like any emotion is just super, it's a super warm feeling. And like, honestly, posting that video was what I thought at first was gonna be the worst decision ever, was literally one of the best decisions I've made in a long time, because just everything was just so awesome after that. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, Aaron is here with our monsters.
He was shaming me on my purchases. I'm serious.
No way.
He's like, geez. He's like, you're gonna have ultimate energy after all of this.
What'd you get?
Just Laffy Taffy and a Monster. And he goes, you're gonna have a sugar high and a caffeine high. And he's like, I assume you don't do all of this in one day, right? I was like, I share a little bit.
Well, now, me and my cute-ass girlfriend finna hit that back workout.
Guys, you don't know anything about this. I'm not hitting back. I'm literally hitting legs.
Bro, what? So you're gonna leave me? Guys, let me tell you something. You know, me and Aaron are like, we're kind of like the, we're like everyone's like mom and dad, you know, in a way, because, you know, a lot of fitness relationships, they come and go and stuff, but me and Aaron, you know, we're here to stay. And, you know, it's almost been, what, how long?
Almost
3?
4 years.
Almost 4. We've been together almost 4 years now, so,
Yep.
you know, not a lot of people can say that. You know, this is my dog. If your girlfriend ain't your dog, and she your pup, then y'all, I know y'all ain't sharing the same bone. Y'all be eating different bones and shit. Me and my dog share the same bone, man. You know? She ain't a little pup, she ain't following me around everywhere and shit. She her own dog and she independent and shit. That's how you last. Can't be having a little pup follow you around and shit. Gotta get your own dog with her own bone, you feel me?
Yeah, but you just said they don't be sharing the same bone, so which one is it?
You know what I'm trying to say.
He really said he wants a girlfriend to eat the same bone, but to drop her if she doesn't have a different bone.
You feel me?
So you gotta share both of them.
You feel me? You have your own shit and I have my own, but you get my shit and I don't get yours. Alright, well, we're gonna head to the gym now. I'll see you guys at Gold's, and I'm really hyped because I'm about to work my ass off tonight. Alright, we're at Gold's right now. Just got here. Chugging this right now. I have to pee so bad. So we got 3 loaded on the T-bar row. So I don't want to start out with that. I just want to start with like more of a heavy movement. But the problem is when I'm doing the rows, I was warming up, even with just like 2 plates on there, you know, it's like pushing into my abdomen and I really have to kind of poop. So we're walking over to get Baby Baba now. I just thought of something I wanted to tell you guys. So I actually hit up my coach to design me a deadlift program. So I'm not gonna be squatting or benching really at all. Like the only days, there's like 2 days of the week where I have to deadlift now because Gary, the owner of Young LA, asked me to hit a deadlift PR at the meet and greet for the Young LA meetup. Like, when is it?
September like 2nd, I think.
Somewhere around there, there's a Young LA meetup happening in Los Angeles, and he asked me to PR there, and I was like, dude, I'm like absurdly weak right now because I have not trained squat, bench, deadlift whatsoever in the past like 2 months. Regardless of that, you know, I've came back to powerlifting multiple times. I mean, that's what I do because I like giving my body a lot of breaks, especially from all those heavy compound movements, because people think they're power builders or power lifters, but most of the time they're not. They're just kids that go to the gym and squat, bench, deadlift, and they're relatively strong. Being a power lifter, especially when you're at an elite level, like isn't as simple as that. Like I was literally squatting 3 times a week, benching 4 times a week, and deadlifting twice a week when I was like doing real powerlifting, because that's honestly what it takes to get like super strong. And you know, you also have to have like a super high intelligence when it comes to your fatigue and managing your fatigue. So, you know, I've came back to powerlifting like multiple times, but it's just so absurdly exhausting. And it's so like draining, and you know, I don't even want to go to the gym when I'm powerlifting most of the time. So this time I kind of figured, well, now I built this revenge scheme against 700, because if you guys remember at the Zoo Culture opening, I tried to hit 700 deadlift and I failed. I honestly feel like I would have hit it if I was alone in a room, because there was so many people surrounding me and I got so anxious, but maybe I would have failed regardless. But anyway, the point is I have to get revenge on 700. because I got my 600 squat. I got my 605. Aaron always corrects me. I got my 605 squat. I've got my 405 bench, but I fucked the 700. And 675 was my goal, and I did achieve that. But knowing that I could have been more and I failed is like kind of annoying. So I think on the meet and greet day, 2 months from now, around, I'm gonna try 700. So I think the next video or two, I'm gonna call like return to the deadlift, and I'm gonna finally deadlift for the first time in a minute. So powerlifting Lexx is kind of coming back. So this is Baby Bob. This is literally, I think, the only one in Los Angeles, but I had a ton of them back in Ohio, and like, it's basically like a Chipotle of like Chinese food. So it's like purple rice, which is like super healthy. There's egg in there, cucumber, carrot, kale, spicy chicken, and a little bit of noodles as well. It's just so good. If you're ever in LA, like near Venice, you should hit up Baby Bob. Super good.
I wish you till last night.